artist will never brag publicly about his sexual prowesses, unless doing so with her permission legitimately raises her social status. If you brag, not only will it eventually get back to her, but also any other woman who hears it will be on notice that sexual relations with you have consequences. So, for example, when you obtain a phone number from a woman, don't walk straight to your friends and high-five them for all to see.
The anti-slut defense. The word slut is a weapon women use against other women in an attempt to lower their competitors' perceived social value. Women have a powerful interruption reference known to pickup artists as the pickup anti-slut defense. Not only do they prefer having others perceive them as sluts, but they also want to avoid the discomfort of feeling like a slut. So a woman's highly calibrated ASD circuit acts as an interrupt mechanism to help her avoid this fate.
You need a pause button on this shit. Alright. Work on your ass, swivel your hips. Do that Taibo down on all fours ass workout shit. Plausible deniability. This is a good place, actually. Sticks and stones to do some pickup. It is necessary to keep things interesting during the opening phase of the game. If you don't steer the competition towards interesting topics, the woman will raise boring topics, and then she'll blame it on you. You fucking believe that shit? Be responsible for leading the conversation. But if we don't, then we will lose the girl. If she feels bored around you, but excited around another guy, why would she waste your time on you? Make things happen. He's a loser. No, you gotta understand he's a loser. All right, good job on doing you did the hip fucking figure eights. Like you're fucking her. Slow motion, baby. Like that outside dick, keep them hoes sick. You did that? Then you did the Tybo down on all fours, work on your ass. Get your butt lift going. This shit is going, bro. These shits is not it, bro. Not it. We use that shit somewhere else. Kissing is a bigger investment than walking arm in arm. Sex is a bigger investment than kissing. Time. The more time you spend together, the more invested she becomes. It takes an average of 4 to 10 hours to develop enough familiarity for sex. Is she chasing? People don't value that which comes too easily.
The more effort she puts in, the more time.
Don't act as if things are a big deal. They aren't. If you call her on her shit while talking on the phone, instead of being the whiny or emotionally abusive boyfriend when she pulls a fast one, be the guy who has plenty of relationship options. If she flakes on you, don't confront her about it. Are you the guy who sat around and got upset? Or are you the guy who had called over another girl and forgot all about her ass? Fun and stimulation. Just as she stins to avoid discomfort, she's also just attracted to fun and stimulation, once her safety has been secured, of course. Attractive women are also found in groups or dance floors or parties or nice cars, around bad boys and rich men. These scenarios are much nicer, better than just hanging with a nice guy. To avoid that fate, be a fun and playful person. This is preferable to appearing tough or too deep. Be challenging to a woman. They value challenge. Be slightly unpredictable. Familiarity breeds contempt. Embrace your passions and be involved in activities. See Chapter 8. Develop your social circle. Invest time and energy in cultivating it. Keeping a woman around is an active process. After you win her over, don't just put her in a box. Act like a toy when you feel like playing with her. She needs adequate love and attention, stimulation, a firm hand, and several trillion other things. She will never be completely content, but it is possible to keep her coming back for more. Your objective isn't to have sex with her. It is to allow her to fall in love with you. Women understand social dynamics. Women are wonderful creatures, but they are not angels in purity and morality. They are human, just like the rest of us. In the field, you often may notice they may act jealous, try to make you jealous, use their sexuality to gain power, lie about their age, or give you a wrong number, stir up trouble, or without hesitation, ditch you for something shinier, someone with higher status, more testosterone, better cocaine. And as empathetic as women are deemed to be, they don't necessarily wallow in pathos with a solitary tear on her cheek for ditching you.
Don't take it personally. You just didn't convey enough S&R value for them by the time they had to choose whether or not to see you again. It's just part of the game. For example, Matador had a student who came to his 3-day workshop. On the first night, the woman with whom he was interested blew him off. The second night, he ran into her again. And as he was more armed with more advanced skills, he learned that very day, she soon was begging him to take her phone number. Same guy, same girl, different results. Rating a woman's appearance. Men seek more replication value than survival value from women, and women seek more survival value than replication value from men. In fact, women of health and beauty, perhaps disgruntled by the true nature of their humanity, are well aware of their social value. And a 10 being supermodel hot. Women, they understandably feel it's sexist to be referred to by numbers such as 7 or 9. But sexism is prejudice or discrimination based on sex, not perceived survival and replication value. This is different. Women, along with men, must accept the fundamental reality. Judiciously assessing another's social value directly influences whether their offspring will possess high S&R value. Women of different ratings respond differently. So, pickup artists need to assess a woman's objective social value and calibrate their game accordingly. After all, men and women will also respond differently to others based upon their perception of their very different social status. Seeking rapport, for instance, is often an easy way to open a conversation with a set of 7s, but that will only get you blown out with a set of 10s. Being cocky and challenging, which 9s and 10s absolutely love, will often cause a 6 or 7 to react in a nasty way. These methods is geared towards attracting 10s. What does it mean to do sauce? Cats crave attention and get jealous of other cats. Sometimes cats will just rub against you. He keeps validation and attention just within the target's reach. If it's too easily acquired, then the woman will literally grow bored and lose interest. But likewise, if he is completely unattainable, she will also lose interest and give up. Therefore, keep the bait just barely out of her reach, and then continually entice her in 9 times out of 10. When a woman says, "I have a boyfriend," this translates to is, "You just telegraphed too much interest." I wasn't telling her.
It has nothing to do with whether she actually has a boyfriend. In fact, if she is attractive to you, she will often hide the boyfriend from you until after you've had sex together, whether she mentions you or not. No way proves he actually exists, only that she had a motive to mention him. Some reason that a woman might say she has a boyfriend. 1. Though she doesn't have a boyfriend, she is not attracted to you, or you miscalibrated. 2. She does have a boyfriend. By giving her current option, she has chosen to stick with that relationship. 3. She does have a boyfriend and is willing to sleep with you, but wants to make sure that you understand her situation. She wants discretion and understanding, and that she might be available to you for sex. She is not immediately available for any more of a commitment. 4. She does have a boyfriend, and she is willing to cheat on him. That is if your game is tight, but she doesn't want to feel guilty about it. This is her rationalization process. As long as she mentions the boyfriend before sleeping with you, she can rationalize to herself that it was your fault. Sure, she might regret it later, but that won't necessarily stop her from cheating. 5. She doesn't have a boyfriend, but she is attracted to you. She just doesn't want to look like that loser who can't get a man. Most hot women have orbiters. Nice guys who pose as their friends, but secretly want to sleep with them. Since the word boyfriend connotes so many different meanings, she keeps one of her orbiters as a placekeeper. The bottom line is don't ask about her boyfriend, and don't appear phased if she mentions it. It may not even exist. Just take it as an instance of a lack of interest caused by you telegraphing too much. Far too soon, if she hits you with that early. But not necessarily always. It might just be she wants to just let you know what the deal is, and she's going to have to keep it on the down low. Emotions in the game that change value are designed to keep you alive and replicate your genes. People are likely to act based on their emotions and then backward rationalize. Because women have highly developed emotional circuits, they are especially susceptible to this stuff. People seek alignments and peer bonds based on S&R values. Women take a much larger risk when they have sex. Sex is also a much larger investment than it is for men. For this reason, women have an emotional circuitry designed to take this into account. For example, women tend to experience much more anxiety just prior to sex with a new lover. Don't bother trying to convince a woman, argue with her, or otherwise engage her on a logical level. What a woman likes, or says she likes, is not necessarily what she responds to emotionally, and this sexually. If a woman remains non-responsive, that means she is deliberately cutting you off or gaming you. A woman will not allow herself to become emotionally vulnerable on you if you haven't demonstrated enough value.
Or if she doesn't feel safe around you.
Peacocking is the use of attention-getting clothes
To amplify your responses in the field, try wearing at least one item that is cool and attracts attention and gives her a chance to open a conversation commenting on it. A woman's reputation is often very important to her, and thus she is more likely to indulge sexually when she trusts that there will be no social consequences. All women have a powerful interruption mechanism known as anti-slut defense, or ASD. When you play solid game, you will be able to escalate smoothly without troubling a woman's anti-slut defense. A woman often will do something if it makes her feel responsible for the escalation. She needs plausible deniability. The Venusian artist must take responsibility to make things happen and act with moxie. A woman may use congruence tests to get a reaction that tells her whether you seem congruent. She tests this way so that she can find your boundaries, which allow her to feel secure. This behavior is instinctive and allows her to accurately be told what sort of man you really are.
Most women view men.
As an abundant resource. Thus, it's not enough to attract her. She must become invested in the interaction. A woman will seek out fun and escalation and avoid confrontation and discomfort. Don't act as if things are a big deal. Just repeat the words, no problem, in her head until you really believe it. No matter what happens, it's no big deal. Part of being a man of value is pursuing your dreams, having a strong identity, living a passionate life. The decimal rating scale is useful for rating women based on their appearance, from 6 to 10. A supermodel being. As you proceed with the pickup, keep the woman just inside that area between revalidation and rejection. She must be able to chase in small increments, just like a cat on the screen. And don't ask about a woman's boyfriend, but don't be fazed if she mentions him. He may not even exist. Okay? Chapter 4. Rules. Chapter 10, Chapter 11, Chapter 12. Read books. The M3 model is something you should get familiar with. It describes the period when they meet until the moment of the inception of a sexual relationship. Group theory describes the application of social dynamics to groups of people in public settings. This is important because high value. The mystery method is something you should study for practicing the game in the field. It's a set of field-proven techniques, Venusian artist gambits that have arisen from this methodology. These include the neg and the false time constraint, which I shall explain subsequently. The game is played in the field. The game is not played on a computer or the internet. It is not played in a book. It is played in the real world with real people and real situations. Only through repeated practice in the field can we develop stuff. Over time, these methods become habitual. Once these methods are internalized over a few weeks of disciplined practice, it is in fact easier to keep doing them than stop. Building their skill while meeting a new girlfriend or getting laid. Think about social dynamics as if you were learning a new video game. Don't obsess over a particular woman. Forget about that girl you've been pining over the last few weeks. You need to train first. It is easier to attract a new one than it is to fix things when they go wrong with your existing target. Remember that shit. Attraction can be generated in seconds to minutes, while sex may occur in roughly 4 to 10 hours. Here's a newbie mission. Go out gaming 4 nights per week for 4 hours each night. Make an average of 3 approaches per hour. This schedule allows for 20 minutes per approach. That adds up to 12 approaches per night, which is 48 per week, which is 200 per month. Now, later we'll talk about the art of approaching. Within a year of doing that, you will approach more than 2,000 women. How many women have you approached in the last year? Ask yourself that. Calibration and internalization. After the first week or two in the field, approach is starting to become a blur. Patterns emerge over time. Formally puzzling social behavior comes clearly into practice. Situations or reactions can be easily predictable and reoccur. Acute social intuition, finely tuned from time spent in the field, is known as calibration. A skilled Venusian artist will anticipate and have a prepared response for any common social change he will already have encountered this before. Hello. Yes, I shall be there in about 4 minutes. Okay, fantastic. Goodbye. In the same way that all practiced behaviors become automatic, so is a skill set that is known as internalization processed. Calibration is a never-ending process for you to master. For example, as a social experiment, try to bring a large fake cigar out to a club. Then give several to your friends as well. It can create an imagery that you're all socially aligned. When you're part of a group, it's better than being alone. You know, a woman will come up to you out of the blue and say, "Why do you have a fake cigar?" You might be stunned. You might not have an answer. You might reply, "I don't know," because it's fun. You can feel foolish about that response. So then you might think, there is this invisible thread coming off of this prop. If I bring it out, of course someone's going to ask the question, why didn't I know? So you can go home and think of an answer. The next time you're asked that question in the field, you can recite, "Because smoking disgusts me," and then puff on the fake cigar. And you didn't get blown out of sight. Women are more socially savvy because they have more practice. For a man to be in the game, he must actively approach women. When he stops doing this, he's taking himself out of the game. A woman cannot make this choice so easily. She is attractive, men will approach her. She needn't do anything but simply be there. That's why some women dress like shit. More calibration and social skill than men do, because they've been involved in more approaches. The time a typical 10 is 24 years old, she will have approached thousands of times, have been a Venusian artist. Must go out in the field to gain experience. A Venusian artist goes into the field night after night, primarily to improve his calibration and to internalize.
Good message. For this man-woman interaction, is that more bass in my voice? Statements of intent as you walk away. Are you trying to give me an indication of disinterest to draw me in and make me more vulnerable to escalation later on? What's your name again?
Maya.
Maya? Maya, why do you do stuff like that as you tell me your Instagram? Answer me.
What's that? What?
You're trying to open me over the shoulder. I know that's true. You learned that from Mystery. Now, what is your Instagram?
I'm focused on getting something from the big picture.
Yeah, I bet you are. I have been finding trace too. Now, what is your Instagram?
It's fascinating. Enjoy the aliveness. You won't concern yourself with approach anxiety, rejection, or even outcome. You'll simply
Hustling on that block until we call. Showing off that jewelry that I bought.
work on your ass. Don't do push-ups. And then fucking do the fucking gyrating shit and get your hips working. I wish I wasn't having to drive around. I wish I could just fucking be a stripper and fucking work on that shit all day long. Careful what you wish for. Facial and body symmetry. Other indicators of youth and health. In fact, you don't even have a choice about it. It is interesting to note that the majority of a man's attraction switches are set to respond to a woman's replications value, but they don't respond to a woman's survival value. Only a minority of a woman's switches are set to respond to a man's replication value, while the majority respond to his survival value. How interesting is that? Even if a woman's breasts are fake, you will feel greater attraction of her than if she was small-breasted. So many women won't go to such extremes, plastic surgery, etc., if the results didn't in fact work to trigger attraction. Our attraction circuits are calibrated to feel subtle indicators to a woman's replication value. So what qualities in a man are a woman's attraction switches set to respond to? And how do we systematically turn them on in rapid succession in a practical method in the field? Previously, you may have discussed basic qualities. An attraction switch that is in pre-selection. These attraction switches exist not only in the sexual selection of people, but also in many animals. A male grouse, a type of bird, would be hard pressed to attract him. Whatever, bitch, you knew I was a dog. Whatever, you knew I was a dog. Whatever, girl, you know I was a dog when you met me. Whatever, girl, you knew. Whatever, girl, you knew I was a dog when you met me. Whatever, girl, you knew I was a dog when you met me. Oh, whatever, girl, you knew I was a dog when you met me. Whatever, girl, you knew I was a dog when you met me. Whatever, girl, you knew I was a dog when you met me. Whatever, girl, you knew I was a dog when you met me. Whatever, girl, you knew I was a dog when you met me. Oh, whatever, girl, you know. Whatever, girl, you knew I was a dog when you met me. Oh, whatever, girl. You know I was a dog when you met me. Whatever, girl. You know I was a dog when you met me.
Doing the shop with heavy bags. I don't even really work for us, this is all a big lie. Tell that I was having a man-woman interaction with you. Good. Did I drop enough statements in the 10?
Sure. I hope.
You know what? When you don't ask a guy his name back, but that means that level of interest for 5. What's your Instagram at?
Moving too fast.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Moving too fast?
Yeah.
I thought you said I was too fast.
Oh no, I
You know what? Oh, it's lovely to meet you. Even though I didn't meet you, see, that's my name.
It was eventually not, but it was nice to meet you. What was your name?
G.I.
Gia. Nice to meet you.
G.I. I have a false time for what's happening, but I like all this keynote you're doing. You gotta slow down. You're gonna have to win me over a little bit more.
All right. I'll see you here next week.
Liz, can you tell him? was having a man-woman interaction with you. Did I drop enough statements of intent?
Well, something fucking carrying.
Ask a guy his name back, but that means
What?
from the Pinterest profile. Insurance grandma.
Sure. What?
Did you tell that I was having a man? Did I drop enough statements of intent? Did you tell that?
What?
Did you tell that I was having a man-woman interaction with you? Tell that I was having a man-woman interaction with you? Yes. Did I drop enough statements of intent?
Sure.
What's your name?
I'm Hope.
What's your name? Some women will tolerate a nice guy dialogue, but once the conversation begins to become mundane, they will excuse themselves. While playing a bitch can become a form of entertainment for some, most women with protection shields
Use them for good reason, and otherwise they're nice people. Him. Hi, how are you? Her. Look, I am not gonna have sex with you. If you don't take the time to attract a woman first, you won't give her a reason to want to have a conversation with you. it will force her to raise her shield. Keep comfort building in mid-game. Don't forget prematurely in time. Sequencing mistake number 3. To start at the beginning, but skip the middle and go straight to the end. Every beginning and end has a middle. And in M3, like Mystery will tell you, that end is comfort. There is a time to seduce a girl or be seduced, but it is not until after you have built comfort. The player. A player is a Venusian artist who begins at the beginning while successfully attracting a girl, but fails to avoid the 3-player traps. Every Venusian artist must be aware of them. 1. Failure to justify mutual attraction. 2. Disregard of comfort. 3. Buyer's remorse. Player trap number 1. Failure to justify a mutual attraction. Justifiably, a woman's beauty can be so intoxicating that it alone qualifies her as girlfriend material, but you cannot let her know you're choosing her based on her looks, because it doesn't feel genuine. It doesn't feel like other typical men. A woman's indicators of interest, IOIs, notify when to go from the attraction stage to the comfort stage, but you must not do so until she has legitimately earned your IOIs. Getting IOIs from a woman is simply not enough reason. If you are too easy, she will mark you as another notch in her belt and move on in search of more challenging conquests. Some examples of IOIs. She asks you for your name. She touches you. When you say, hands off the merchandise, she touches you again. When you grab her hands and hold them, she holds back. She laughs at all your humorous remarks, and the ones that aren't funny as well. When you ask her to bite your neck, she does. You must first encourage her to demonstrate the qualities that can substantiate her attraction. If you don't, she may suspect that you only played with her emotions callously to win another score. She will feel uncomfortable with you, and as a result, she will lose this attraction for you. Your attraction stage dialogue will in fact be viewed as conniving and shall perceive you as emotionally manipulative. A player
taking you through a fictional character's journey out of toxic masculinity. Period.
It's like dealing with toxic masculinity.
Journey out of toxic masculinity. Period.
do not cross the line from comfort to seduction until you have developed the 7-hour rule. It takes an average of 4 to 10 hours. Buyer's remorse occurs when a woman who is attracted to you is pushed to go too far too soon, while in the moment she may indulge in her attraction and sexual arousal, only to regret her actions later. Assuming they want to reach the seduction phase, buyer's remorse is something you want to avoid at all costs. Beware the buyer's remorse point of no return. This point of no return exists where kissing turns into foreplay without enough time to kiss. To touch or caress with the lips as a mark of affection or greeting. Etymology: Middle English. From Old English, kissai, akin to Old High German, kissing, to kiss. Bait before 12th century. Foreplay: mutual sexual stimulation preceding intercourse. Date: 1929. Source: Merriam-Webster's Dictionary, 10th edition. Note how a choice you make at one time will determine the outcome of a situation a day or more later. Beware, once you have crossed the point of no return, unless you have enough comfort established to get her to a nearby private location to have sex with you, before her arousal,
Not if we get done tonight. She will later get buyer's remorse. Only a seducer will consider the option of taking her to a nearby bathroom stall.